Hey Tubes, how's it going? Well, I haven't been posting much this summer because we've been working on another project here at the homestead. Let me show you what we've been doing. What we've got here, we used to have a 10 by 50 mobile home sitting where this office, the construction site office trailer was. And it reached the end of its lifespan, so I took it down. But it had this really nice addition put on it, and there's nothing wrong with the addition. So I demoed the trailer, the mobile home, and I brought in this trailer. And you can see down there, I got the frost-proof hydrant and that to hook in there. And putting in a kitchen and bathroom in this part to go with the living and bedroom in that part. And we'll have ourselves a nice little mother-in-law apartment when I get done. And eventually I want to put the same siding that's on the addition over there around on the trailer and tie it in, make it look like one building. Maybe add some extra insulation across the top and things like that. But that's been keeping me really busy this whole summer, so that's why I haven't been posting too many videos. Now on the fabricable side of things, I have two tractors. I have this 1953 Ford Golden Jubilee NAA. That was my dad's. He bought it in 55, and I was born in 55, and I grew up with this tractor. Very familiar with it. It's like a member of the family. I also have a 1948 Case VA. That was my grandfather's, and I brought that back from Montana, where he had it, and I've been using that Case VA to pull this drawbar king cutter and keep the weeds down around the place. Well, I got to thinking about it. I really don't need two tractors. However, because this is a drawbar mower, I needed to come up with a drawbar on the tractor. So I'm fabricating myself a little drawbar here that can go on. And we're going to try and get this welded in and put something together here that I can use this. I can't use the bar that goes between the three-point hitch arms because it puts the tongue of the trailer here too far back, and it just the angles and going over hills and stuff just doesn't work very well. So I need it close in like that, and had that old piece of trailer hitch bar there and opened it up a little for the pin, and just going to try and wrap that up and see how that works for me. Okay, I think I got my support for my hitch, but I've got an awful lot of back and forth here. And I'm thinking I might want to tie this into back here somewhere. There's my drain plug there. The other option would be to use the three-point hitch arms as a limiter of some kind. Gets that something like that, and tie this into clamp, make a temporary clamp on the arms here, and yeah. So get something in here to keep it, and then that would be down, the chains would hold the arms out and keep it from swinging back and forth. I think that's the route I'm going to go. Something like that. Well, you always run into something when you're fabricobbling. I got my locating hole here lined up pretty good. Well, the bar sits on top of the arms, but I notched out, and now when I drop the bar down into the notches, that don't line up at all. So what I'm going to have to do is actually bring tabs down from there and there to locate the arms and keep this up where it wants. I also want to put a wedge of some kind in there to support it right in here. So we'll see what we can do there. Okay, I think I got something here that's gonna work. It's got a little bit of give to it, but well, here's the problem there. It might jump up, but it'll have the weight on it. Boy, I don't know. I might have to come up with something to actually clamp this down. I wonder what I got. I might be able to put something on there. But yeah, it's all strengthened up. Now I just got to see. Oh yeah, I'll have room for my clutch overrider clutch, and it's a good height. It's where I needed it to be. I set it on the tongue jack to the height. It's got a slight. It's about an inch higher in the back than the front, which is what they recommend. And yeah, let's see what I can come up with here to possibly keep that from bouncing off. Well, there we go. Nothing a pair of muffler clamps won't fix. That's still a little bit loose, which is fine. This is all solid there. Got my top connector in here. I think that's going to be just fine. Everything clears. Now I just got to go get my overrider clutch off the other tractor to put on this one, because I don't want this thing pushing that thing. Well, we ran into all kinds of issues. When I had my drawbar that I put on there the other way around, the hitch was too high to let the PTO shaft have a direct shot in to the PTO, and then when I put on my overrider there, my PTO shaft was too long. So what I'm going to do, I flipped it around, dropped it down so everything's got a straight shot there, but what I'm going to do is re-drill these holes so that the front of my mower gets back up to where I need it. I'll just drop them down to the couple inches there. It looks like I can move them down, and bolt that drawbar, or bolt that hitch up further down on the mower to bring the mower back up. But yeah, it's always one thing leads to another. It's the story of fabricobbling. Okay, got the overrider clutch on. I just have to put the two little grease zerks there back in on either side. There's a roll pin that gets put in through the holes. And my drive shaft got shortened up, and goes on real nice. So now it's just a matter of adjusting the altitude of this mower. I'm going to give her a test run here and see how she spins up. Well, I definitely call that a success. That's how much I shortened my PTO. Most of it's still there. But, yeah, now, the next order of business, I gotta put my grease zerks back in. Grease that up. Probably grease the whole shooting match and let it go at that. So, onward, forward. Well, folks, there it is. In all its glory. It's got the proper altitude coming down. Could have probably stood a little more height in front, but that's where we're at there. Everything's lined up, looking good. Casualties, that gun drill bit the dust. A couple of my one-step bit broke. This one is totally dull and useless. I really didn't have a 3/4 inch drill bit. That's the biggest one I got right there in that drill. And I just had to go up from there and try and step drill and file and wiggle the drill bit back and forth. You know the routine. And but I think we're really in pretty good shape here. Now I got to take it out and give it a test run and see how it works. Well, folks, had an interesting development. Wasn't real happy with the way things were going together here. And this is the culprit. Now, this is the overriding clutch off of this tractor up here. And that PTO shaft right there is 1 3/8 OD, which this slides right on there. It's 1 3/8, just like that, and it has 1 3/8 output, which is for the what works on the mower. However, we come back here and that's not 1 3/8 there. It's a little bit smaller. Yeah, there. You know, it's a little too floppy. So this is, let's see, come across like this. That PTO shaft, get some light here, 1 1/4 inches. So I need a different overrider clutch. That one ain't gonna work. I'm just gonna take this and leave it up with this tractor. Goes with that tractor, and can stay with that tractor. I have no use for it on this tractor. So now we're in the market for an overriding clutch. Okay, folks, the new overrunning clutch for the PTO shaft arrived. Let's get this thing open and see what it looks like. Well, that looks promising. It's got a... Okay, that actually has the locking pin there. That's the right... That looks better. Okay, there's our roll pin. That has to go through those. So 7/16. What are the chances that this is US thread size? Is that not? 1 10mm wrench later, and we are good to go. Really? Okay. Looks like I need to there we go. Snaps, but that's okay. Not going in. I don't like the way that feels. Doesn't feel real good. Look at the lineup of that hole on that spline. Well, right offhand, I'd say we got a quality control issue problem here. Let me show you what I mean. Well, folks, the old adage, you get what you pay for, certainly holds true on stuff today. I ended up actually drilling an entirely new hole that lines up with the splines the way that it should. This is the one I put in. This is the one they put in. You can kind of see how the just doesn't line up in there, does it? So now that I've done that, I'm going to put it back together, and now I'll be able to put it on. And that, folks, is a wrap. Got the new override coupler on, overrunning clutch, and hooked everything up and took it out into the pasture there, and she does just fine. Still not totally happy with the clearance down here. It's just a little tight for my tastes, but not a lot I can do about that unless I can't come up much higher. I'm going to start having interference with the PTO shaft coming off there. So I think we're pretty much stuck with what we got. So thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe if you want to keep up with stuff I'm doing, and take care.